On June 14th, 1624, the Dutch admiral decided to answer this insolence by hanging all of his Spanish hostages. Yeah, well, that's what you do when you're out on the Pacific Ocean on Friday the 13th. You hang your hostages. Yes, it is Friday the 13th. I've got the wrong eyeballs on for looking at you guys. Oh, there you are. Nice to see you again. Yeah, it's Friday the 13th, creepy Friday the 13th. You should go watch a creepy movie. Go watch Friday the 13th maybe, or watch a scary movie or something related to Friday the 13th. Yeah, so anyway, we'll move on with our headlines here on the morning routine this Friday the 13th. The 88% accurate AI that just proved fish never stop talking. It's only 88% right 80% of the time. So how do we know that fish talking all the time isn't the 12% or whatever that they're not talking? And besides, just because they're making a mouth noise doesn't mean that they're talking. Stupid AI. This is why they're not going to take over the world. Oh, did I say that out loud? Hopefully they don't come after me. These rare giant millipedes only exist in Florida. And let's keep it that way because we don't need them over here. We've got enough of our own bugs. You keep your bugs in Florida. We'll keep our bugs here in California. Long distance isn't a deal breaker for Gen Zers. It's a goal. Long distance relationships. Yes. Tomorrow is Valentine's Day, and apparently Gen Zers, they're looking for long distance relationships. I love you. I just don't want to be that close to you. I think that's what it's saying. I love you. I don't want to spend that much time with you. I love you. Live way over there. I'll live over here. I love you. And because you live over there, now I have over there and I have over here. This is cool. I get to go over there and I get to go over here. Not really sure the message that's being sent by the Gen Zers right there in the long distance relationship things, which historically doesn't really work out. Sadly, it can. Not that it can't, but good luck, Gen Zers. Next up, it is the cruise and car review with Isaiah. Yeah, it's car time coming up. We got cool car shows, all kinds of stuff here. We got the, what is it called? What's the big festival here? Something, it's got a name, graffiti. It's all over the walls everywhere. Yes. All right, Isaiah, what kind of car you got for us this time?
What is up, my dudes? Welcome to my next cruising game car review, and today I'm going to be showing you guys my second car, this out of this world way. So let's get it, my dudes. Today's second car is Hippie Hauler, a Volkswagen bus cruising Exotica. The Hippie Hauler is a quirky Volkswagen bus style vehicle you can choose in cruising Exotica. It's basically the game's take on a classic Volkswagen Type 2 combi van, stylized to fit the arcade racing chaos. Arcade versus Nintendo 64. In the arcade version, it's known in the car list as Trippy, which is a Volkswagen combi-like van. In the Nintendo 64 port, it's called Hippie Hauler, and it's one of the fun, more laid-back vehicle choices riders can pick. The Hippie Hauler is meant to capture the retro van vibe, think classic surf trips, flower power, and the whimsical style of a Volkswagen bus. Compared to the super sportier cars in cruising in Exotica, it's slower and more playful. Great for a comedic or nostalgic highlight in your segment. On the Nintendo 64 version, cars like this show how cruising Exotica makes everyday vehicles with wild race themes for fun variety. Hippie Hauler, a groovy Volkswagen style bus straight out of the 60s cruising universe. Not the fastest on the track, but it's all about the vibes and nostalgia. Oh, how very groovy.
The Volkswagen bus. I do love Volkswagen buses. I love the 21 window ones. I don't know what years they are. They're in the 70s or whatever. Very cool. A friend of mine had a bus. It was like a late 70s, early 80s ones. Wasn't very fancy, wasn't very cool, but it was cool. I mean, they're the weirdest things to drive because the steering wheel, it's like driving a big bus. The steering wheel is like right here, you know, and you're like sitting up on the steering wheel, and like the front of the car is right there because the motor's in the back. There's like nothing there. It's just very weird to ride in the old school buses, but very, very cool. I love the ones with the racks on the top, you know. Yeah. Just a Volkswagen bus, pretty cool. They catch on fire a lot, they used to. So look out for that if you ever drive one around. All right, next up we have free Epic Games with Gary right here.
Morning, everybody. Welcome to the next episode of What's Free this week at the Epic Games Store. I don't know, we still haven't found a name, Ariana. I haven't found a name. That's kind of sad. After all this time, like years. The free games. Anyway, this week, we'll figure it out. We'll just come up with a great one. Maybe chat can come up with one for us. Okay, this week at the free games at the Epic Game Store, we have two games. Both along the same lines, but both wildly different. And you want them both, okay? Why do you want them both? Because they're both cool. Wildly different, but both cool. The first one is called The Dark Side Detective, A Fumble in the Dark. Now, we might have already talked about this one. I think this one has been offered before, so if you've been getting these regularly, which I suggest, or full, since you got the Steam Deck, you're going to want, to get these, because you can use the Epic Games Store with your Steam Deck. You know how to get around it. I haven't gotten that far yet. The first one's called Dark Side Detective. This one is a pixely detective game, a pixely one, okay? I'm gonna get back to that. Beautifully rendered and kind of dark. It is Dark Side Detective, so what you're dealing with is like you're solving crimes that have something to do with the supernatural, right? Of the macabre going down, and you're going in there as Detective McQueen. Yeah, that name does sound familiar. You're going in as Detective McQueen, blah, and solving these crimes. You have a partner, so you're not doing it alone. I don't have much to say about this one. It's a puzzler and a detective game, and a really good one. You'll be surprised at what you could do with pixels. It's amazing. The artists in this, like if you've seen Minecraft, you know that a dot's not just a dot. You can add light to that dot. You can make it dark. They've done both on this one. It's really well done. So don't forget to get Dark Side Detective, A Fumble in the Dark. Okay, got to add that one to your list. But the next one is the one I've been talking about. People have been asking about the Epic Games this week. It's called Nobody Wants to Die. Nobody Wants to Die is a dystopian future. Dark Side Detective is a noir detective tale. Noir. Look it up. You don't know what I'm talking about. Nobody Wants to Die is a dystopian future. So they're kind of similar, except one deals with like a dark present, and this one deals with a dark future. A dark future. This one looks it is so beautiful in its darkness. It's like the future's dead and full of like rain and you're stuck in the middle of it as a detective. You play 120-some-year-old detective, and you're trying to solve it's not just a crime, it's what's going on with the world. They have a way of trying to preserve their life so they can live longer. I think it's called banking people. You're like placing like a suspended animation thing. You're just like stuck in the freezer. You gotta figure out what's the deal. I'm not gonna tell you any plot things, okay? Get the game and check it out for yourself. Again, this game is beautiful in its darkness. It is really, really graphically intense, okay? So if you're gonna play this one, I suggest you don't just use a standard rig. Use like a decent gamer with like a 3060, 4060 at least, maybe a 4060 Ti at least. You're gonna want a little graphic power behind this to make it look as pretty as you want. Anyway, 2 games this week, 2 detective games. Both of them you want to get. Both of them look completely different. Nobody Wants to Die, wink, and The Dark Side Detective, A Fumble in the Dark. Not as much of a wink, but still very cool. You want to get them both. All right, 2 games this week at the Epic Game Store. Get them both. I'll see you next week where we have 2 more free games. Not like last week, there's one skin. These last 2 weeks, or this week and next week, 2 free games each. So you really want to check it out. Be on these, because if you miss them, by next Thursday, there'll be 2 new ones. So get these, get them quickly. Don't forget about it. Don't put it off. You want these both, all right? See you next week. Bye.
All right, very good. Yes, the game's still free. They're not Gary's free Epic Games. He's just telling you what games are free on the Epic Game site each week, and so go check those out. All right, NASCAR is back. The races are getting ready to start, and here's Alex to tell us all about it.
And good morning, everyone. We are back for a special episode of The Morning Routine, and as we welcome you back to our NASCAR race winning picks on The Morning Routine. I'm Alex, this is Zack.
Hello.
And today, we got a special pick for you right here, and that is the Daytona 500. Today, from the World Center of Racing, this place is known as the World Center of Racing due to its speed and the excitement that NASCAR brings you. And a new chapter, a new era of NASCAR begins right here from the hallowed grounds of Daytona, where the fans enjoy most of the spring break for a vacation, especially the beach. But the drivers, it's hard work time. It's time to put in the work, and it's showtime. Fire up the engines at Daytona International Speedway for the Daytona 500 and the United Rentals 300 and the Fresh from Florida 250 for these 3 NASCAR series. And Zach, who wins this week's Daytona 500?
My pick will be Brad Keselowski trying to get his first Daytona 500 win.
Brad Keselowski, one of the fast restrictor plate racers. You cannot count this guy out. He's one of the fastest guys on the racetrack, driving the number 6 Ford Mustang. I got Chase Elliott. Chase Elliott is known to be another fast restrictor plate racer. Now last year, Chase Elliott managed to pick up 2 wins in the 2025 season, but the season has not gone very well for him. But can 2026 be redemption for him? But is it panic time for Brad Keselowski? We'll have to see in this week's 500. Tune in for the Truck Series on Friday night on Fox Sports 1. Catch the NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series on CW. Catch the NASCAR Cup Series on Fox for the Daytona 500. We'll see you guys next week at Atlanta.
Peace out, everyone.
Yep, the Daytona 500, all the big races all coming up. F1 doesn't start for a little while just because the weather. They need the weather to get a little bit better. But there is cool racing along with, there's a few other sports that start up in the spring. I don't know. I mean, they're not as big, so we won't talk about them too much. But yeah, NASCAR, if you're into it, here it comes. It's racing right towards you. All right, next up, would you rather this or would you rather that?
It's Lavelle and I'm back with Would You Rather. It's Friday, February 13th, the day before Valentine's Day. Who has fun plans for Valentine's Day? Anyone? Anyway, hope you all have a great Valentine's Day tomorrow, but let's jump into today's Would You Rather, which is, would you rather, it's going to be kind of funny, but would you rather misplace a Valentine's Day card or be late to a Valentine's dinner reservation? Let's see what other clients have to say. Alright, let's see who we can ask. Xander, would you rather be late to a Valentine's dinner reservation, or misplace a Valentine's Day card?
All of it.
Both?
Well, both.
So you would rather waste your time looking for a Valentine's Day card than be late to a Valentine's dinner reservation?
Well, I guess, why not?
Okay, if that's what you want. Thank you, Xander.
You're welcome, I guess.
Hey, Wolfgang, would you rather be late to a Valentine's dinner reservation or misplace a Valentine's Day card?
I think dinner invitation, even that I've never had a girlfriend, so pretty much the first one.
Oh, be late to a Valentine's dinner reservation?
Yeah, I'm just not really a huge Valentine's Day fan. I'm just more into the chocolate anyways.
Okay, thank you, Wolfgang.
You're welcome.
Francisco, would you rather misplace a Valentine's card or be late to a Valentine's dinner reservation?
I would rather be late to a Valentine's dinner reservation.
Oh, you do?
Yes,
Well, thank you, Francisco.
no problem.
Steve, welcome back. It's been a while. Where have you been?
I've been in the hospital
Oh, you in the hospital?
for 2 weeks.
2 weeks? Are you alright now?
Yeah, okay.
Well, it's good to have you back.
Thank you.
You're welcome. But would you rather be late for a Valentine's dinner reservation or misplace a Valentine's Day card?
Mr. Valentine card.
Oh, misplace a Valentine's Day card?
Yeah.
Well, guess what? You're the first person that said that.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome, and thank you.
You're welcome.
And that concludes today's Would You Rather. Hope everyone enjoyed. I guess most people would rather be late for a Valentine's dinner reservation. Well, same with me, because I'm always the reason that me and my family are late for some things, like when we make a plan to go on a trip. We would make a plan to leave at a certain time, but then we end up leaving a little later. And guess who's the reason we end up leaving a little later? Me. But anyways, we're going to wrap it up. Hope everyone has a fun Friday, whatever you're doing today, like staying in the building or going out, if there are any consumers going out today. And hope everyone has a fantastic Valentine's Day tomorrow. And if you have fun plans with your family or partner, then hope you guys have an amazing time. And oh, I just remembered, we are off on Monday, so there will be no Would You Rather on Monday. But when we're back on Wednesday, I'll be 25. And yep. And but my birthday is the day before that, so my birthday, so the next Would You Rather will be the day after my birthday. And until next time. Happy birthday!
Ooh, miss a dinner reservation or not give someone a card. I'm going with the not give someone a card. That's an easy, I'm sorry, I just forgot, or whatever. That's easy. But the dinner reservation, someone, they first they put on the calendar, they moved a bunch of things around having this dinner reservation. They got dressed, they got ready for it. They drove there, they parked there, they got there somehow, they waited, they got the table, they're sitting, they're waiting, and people are watching, and they've got, now it's kind of embarrassing. Now it's really embarrassing because you got an audience of people seeing that you're waiting for someone and that someone's not showing up. That is embarrassing. If you just don't receive a card, it's not like 10 people are sitting there watching to see if you received the card. It's just random. So yeah, I'm going with, I'd rather miss giving someone a card than missing the dinner reservation. That would be horrible. You asked them and then you missed it. It's just terrible. It's just terrible, I say. That's what I say, yeah. All right, next up, National Day with Gabrielle.
Good morning. It's Friday. It's Friday the 13th. We're going to get it out of the way right now. Don't walk underneath the ladder, cross the path of a black cat. If you have a black cat, put it in the closet so you don't walk in front. No, don't put it in the closet. You know, all those weird things that they say about Friday the 13th. But that is. But then what's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Valentine's Day. But today is National Galentine's Day, where all the gals get together, you know, and you do fun stuff and you give each other gifts and you do fun things. I usually make cookies for the gals. It doesn't say anything about the guys, so it's for the gals. I usually make cookies, and I like to make cookies, so my daughter would take them to work, I would give them to friends, bring them here at work. Just good time for gals to get together. And it doesn't necessarily mean if you're a gal that doesn't have a guy, it's just fun for the gals to get together and just celebrate each other. I think that's really important because you don't necessarily have to have a guy in your life, let me tell you. Right? Correct. It's nice sometimes, but you know, I got a husband, had one for lots of years, but I love to get together with the gals, and I think that's a fun thing to do. Just like there's Friendsgiving, you know, all the friends get together at Thanksgiving before or after. This is for the gals for Valentine's Day. You're just as special as anybody else. So, you don't got a guy around, get the gals together today and go do something. Hit Starbucks or whatever and just have gal time. See you guys and have a great weekend.
All right, very good. National Day there. Are we simpatico with Zack on the nostalgia? Let's check it out.
Hello everybody, and welcome back to Some Nostalgia. And today we're going to talk about the best Pixar movie you can see in the world. It is most epic, funny, and somewhat very emotional movie you can think of. It is called Cars, the first one. Now, Cars came out in 2006, so that was 20 years ago. Gotta say, I don't know if it was that old, but it's a great movie. It stars Owen Wilson as Lightning McQueen and Larry the Cable Guy as Mater. The second one came out in 2013, if I'm not mistaken, and the third one came out in 2018. So yeah, those are all Cars. Those are all good Cars movies. I recommend go watch it, but I think they're probably making a fourth one. But I don't know. But if they are, then I'm very excited. But enough of me talking. I hope you enjoyed this nostalgia.
It's all windshield. I can't see nothing. I'm blind. I'm blind. I can't see. I'm blind.
What's wrong? What happened?
Oh, I killed a baby bumblebee.
Oh, come on. Will you quit your bawling? Could be a lot worse.
I don't see how it could be worse.
Gross.
Ooh, we are simpatico on this one. I do love the Cars movies. Great. I love the Cars ride at Disney, California Disney. The toys and everything. My kids were really young when this came out, and it was perfect. It was super popular. We had all the little cars and stuff. It's just a really fun movie. They did such a great job. The other ones, 2, 3, and whatever, if they did a fourth one, maybe there's just 3, they were okay. But the first one is it's the classic. It's great. They did a really good job. Really do love Cars. Great job there. All right. We got to get out of here with some Valentine's Day is tomorrow. We got to get out of here on Friday the 13th with some Valentine's Day jokes. Maybe they're bloody Valentine jokes. Woo, there you go. You can watch some movies. You go watch My Bloody Valentine. I got a little too excited there. But you can go watch Valentine's Day movies that are like creepy on today, Friday the 13th. But here are some jokes with Christina for Valentine's Day.
Who is ready some early Valentine's Day jokes on a February on a Friday because Valentine's Day is on a Saturday? What did one pig say to the other? Don't go baking my heart. What did the squirrel say to the other squirrel on Valentine's Day? You drive me nuts. What did one volcano say to the other? I love you. Guys, have a wonderful Valentine's Day with all your loved ones. So take care. Bye.
Bacon, my heart. Yes, bacon does have a soft place in my special place in my heart. I do love bacon. Who doesn't love bacon? Don't raise your hand. If you don't love bacon and you raise your hand, you're gonna be ostracized. Whoa! I just saw one of these. I'm not sure. We're gonna have some conversations off the air about that. All right, guys. It is Friday the 13th. Have a safe and happy day. We will see you Monday. You're gonna have a good Valentine's Day. You're gonna have a great weekend. We'll see you Monday on the morning routine. Take care, everybody.